Hi everyone, welcome to my video today. Today I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day themed look because it's almost Valentine's Day. So if you're ready to see that, keep on watching. I am going to try my best to keep everything in the video as affordable as possible, so I'm using a lot of drugstore products today, and let's get right into the look, starting on the eyes. You can take either a concealer as your eyeshadow base or a paint pot. This is from MAC. This one's called Soft Ochre. I wish that I had Painterly, but I don't. Painterly is just a little bit more of a pink tone. This one's more golden, but it will work fine for today. So I'm just going in with a synthetic concealer brush here, or eyeshadow brush, I suppose. And I just want to cancel out any discoloration on the lid. I really like the paint pots because they're a waxier, pretty full coverage finish. So they give me a really even base, as well as just enough tackiness. Got a little too much there. Just enough tackiness that it really holds on to all your eyeshadows really well. So I'm just doing this from lash line all the way up to the eyebrow. I'm pulling this paint pot all the way out so that when we blend our shadows outward, everything is going to blend really smooth. And then I want to make sure that I take it into the inner corner of the eyes here, almost onto the nose a little bit. Right like so. Good, now we just have a nice base down. I'm going to be going in with this ColourPop eyeshadow palette today. This one is called Cloud Spun, which is so cute. And these are going to be pink colors, great for Valentine's Day. Palette looks like this. Let's open it up. Very pretty colors. That center one looks beautiful. Wow. I would like to start with a larger blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this color called Candy Fluff, which is this one in the top corner here. And this is just a neutral matte shade. Now, I've never used any ColourPop shadows before, so we're going to find out how these apply. But they are super affordable, which is great. I'm definitely having to go back in and build up the color. So there's not quite as much pigment here as I would like initially, but I'm getting somewhere with it. So it will do. I suppose the plus side with having not quite as much pigment initially is that you are able to blend the shadows really nicely. So you see right like that. I think that's good. Next, I'm gonna go in with, Turkish Delight down here, and I'm just gonna opt for a slightly smaller blending brush now. Ooh, a lot of kickback in the pan. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a lot there. I wanna take a small amount of that Turkish Delight, and I'm just gonna go right through the crease of the eye, kind of on the actual lid itself. So it just should be just enough so when you're looking straight ahead, you see just a little pop of the color. The higher up you bring the shadows, the more dramatic it's going to be. I would say for the price point of these shadows, they are doing the job. I wish that there was a little bit more emollients to the formulation. It's a little bit on the dry side for me personally. However, I'm able to really work with these. Just takes a tiny bit longer than normal to get a really polished look. Okay, so now that I have those two colors on, it looks really nice. I'm gonna go in with a lighter color now. And I think that I want to do Cotton Cloud, which is this one in the middle here. And this one has a little bit of shimmer in it. And again, there is definitely kickback in the pan. So just be careful, make sure you tap off any excess on your brush. Okay, so I got that color across the lid and in the inner corner. Now I just want to go in with a little bit of Pillow Mint right here, which is a little bit more pink. And this color I want to take just right under my lash line. And I'm just working it right into the lashes. Now I see this really bright pink color here. This one is called Bon Bon. I want to take some of Bon Bon with that same little brush and I want to go just on the very outer corner underneath and just add a little bit more. And I'm almost creating a little bit of a wing with that I'm going to connect on the top. Yes, I'm aware that this looks crazy right now. No worries. I'm going to go back in with the smaller blending brush and I want to soften down this line a little bit. And I'm not worried about this underneath portion right now because I'm going to clean that all up. I just want to blend out the top line there. And I'm pulling it more straight out as opposed to really high up. So now that I've diffused most of that line out pretty far, I want a sharp line on the inside, blending out to really diffused here so it kind of blends out but also into that crease color. Do you see that? This is where the magic is gonna happen. I'm gonna take some makeup wipes. These are the Sephora ones. And I just wanna take a little bit of the wipe here, right at the corner of the eye, and just gently pull out. And you see how it just takes away any of the makeup underneath? That is what I want, and I really want it pulled out pretty far because this is the dramatic part of this look. Now you should be left with something like this, where your shadow is pulled out nice and far onto the sides, still far enough away from your hairline, but I really want to add more width to my face, especially for my facial shape. I have close-set eyes and I have a taller face, so adding more width to the eye really helps to open my eyes up more. Now the last color I want to go in with for now is this Chicle up at the top corner here. And this is going to be like the brightest. Ooh. I don't know if you can see this, but this one's almost like a cream formula. I was not expecting that. I don't know if that did much, but hey, we applied it, right? Now I want to try concealer. I already cleaned up under the eye with the makeup wipe, so done. Now I purchased two different colors of the e.l.f. Cosmetics or Eyes Lips Face Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm not sure which color I'm gonna be, so let me open both of them here and give them a try. Let's see. Now I purchased shades Light Sand and Fair Rose, which, I don't know, we'll see. Let's try a little bit of the Light Sand. It might be on the darker side than what I would like. And I'm just gonna apply this with my Beauty Blender and see if that's gonna give me enough brightness or not. Now I heard that this concealer has good coverage, so that is why I wanted to try it. With the Beauty Blender, I'm not really getting much coverage there. I'm gonna try the lighter one and see if that's gonna give me, ooh, girl, okay. See if that's gonna give me more what I'm hoping for. Damn. The wand is ginormous. Like, it's really a lot. Again, Beauty Blender. Oh, I do not want to get this in my hair. Oh, I'd be so upset. Okay. Beauty Blender, let's see. Okay, with this concealer, I can definitely get pretty decent coverage if I apply a good amount of product, but I would say with a lighter coverage or more normal amount, it doesn't do very much. It does feel hydrating, which is nice. It's not going to leave your under eyes like dry or crackly, I don't think. I don't feel as though it's working into my skin quite as nicely as some of the higher end products I'm used to using. But the price point on these is so incredibly affordable that I would say it's worth it. The price point on these is so incredible that I think it's still worth it if you are budgeting to give these a shot. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I have 2 shades of foundation. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. Now this is for normal to oily skin. They also have a version that is for more dry skin. So obviously get the formula that's going to work better for you. I purchased the shade 105 and 124. Hopefully one of these is going to match me. Now this one was super affordable. I was kind of like really shook by how affordable this foundation was. This one's the lighter. Which is going to be fine for the center of my face. I think that for the perimeter and for the rest of the face, I will need the darker shade. So let's try the 124 as well. I'm going to just put some on the back of my hand like that. And I'm just going to take it directly with the Beauty Blender. Oh, okay. Color's not too bad. It's a little bit more golden than would probably match me, but they were out of a lot of the shades in the drugstore, so I just had to get the 2 that I thought would be closest. Coverage is actually very nice for this one. I'm not really a fan of bottles that you have to like pour the product out with. However, very easy to use. That is way too much product on my chin. Let's take some of that off. I am going to set it with the Coty Airspun powder. Now this is a really great setting powder, especially for such a great price point. It does come with a little puff, which I'm going to use today. And then it does have a little sifter in here as well. The little sticker comes off very easily. And I'm just going to take some of this into the lid. And by some of it, a lot of it. There we go. So I have some of it in the lid. Ooh, I definitely smell it. Now I've heard that, oh Lord. Now I've heard before that it does have a strong like perfume smell. It definitely does. I'm holding this decently far away and I can really smell it. So I would definitely have to take away some points for the scent, but it's supposed to be really good and it's affordable. So here we go. Oh yeah. The smell, ooh, is real. It kind of gives me
You smell like a baby prostitute.
scent. Leave your comments down below if you know what I'm talking about. It's probably one of my favorite movies. I do really like that you get a puff included with the powder. That is nice. A lot of higher end products do not actually come with a puff, so that's really great that they give you one. Is it the best puff I've ever used? Absolutely not. But it allows you to apply the product. I am generously setting my face. I have oily skin, like I said before, so I like to powder really well. Hopefully that does not go against me with this particular product because I don't know how well it's going to be to remove the excess. So let's find out right now. Oh, I was trying to twist it closed. I just realized the lid just like goes on the top. It doesn't even twist. Well, that's easy. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of like bronzing, contouring, all of that. So I have a bronzer brush here. Ooh. By the way, these brushes are from Bling Brushes. These are so freaking pretty. I have a bunch of these. Kind of obsessed. They just look really pretty. They are synthetic. I prefer a natural hairbrush. They work decently well, but you know, they just look great. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to go in with this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Now this one has a scent as well, but it's more of like a tropical coconut scent as opposed to like old grandma perfume. Now this one smells really good. I can already smell it. Delicious. So I just want to take off some of that extra powder. A little bit of the bronzer. Now this is just called Muru Butter Bronzer in the color Bronzer. Creative. So I'm just taking a little bit of that onto my bronzer brush. Just a little bit back of the hollow of the cheek. And I'm gonna just like pull it in and then blend it down. Because these are such like bold, because it's such a bold color on the eye, adding that little bit of bronzer can kind of help tame things down a little bit. Now I'm going to take a good amount of this under my chin. Especially when I'm wearing like cooler toned colors, the light reflects onto the neck here. So whenever I wear like more blues and greens, I need something a little bit warmer under the neck to kind of counteract that light reflectiveness. So I'm taking extra bronzer right down here. And my chin looks a little ghostly, so let's pop this onto the chin. Take a little bit onto the temple, but not too much. Now, in general, what I notice with drugstore products is that the bronzers tend to always be more kind of in the orange family, so just go lightly with that one. I think that's good. Now I have the cutest freaking blush ever. This is from Physicians Formula as well, and this is their Happy Booster blush. I picked it out because, well, we're doing a Valentine's Day video. It says Happy Booster, which it's apparently going to make me happy, so love that. And it has the cutest little hearts on it. Look at this. Ooh, adorable. And it even has a little brush and a mirror, so not a very soft brush. I mean, we can give it a try, right? I think the bronzer came with the brush as well. Now the bronzer did come with a brush, but it's like a foam. Not feeling that. I'll give this one a try, but not really feeling this one either. Well, if you use their brush, you get a ton of kickback in the pan there. So be careful with that. I feel like this might scratch all of my foundation off. I think the color will be really pretty, but I just hate this brush. So, bye-bye. Let's use a real blush brush. I'm going to use this Sephora blush brush. Now this is a sheer blush, but I think it looks really pretty, and it has a luminosity to it, which is real cute. It actually has way more luminosity in it than I was anticipating. I'm not a huge fan of overly highlighty kind of blushes, but I can work with it. I mean, it's pretty. Now I'm just taking some of this blush up into my temples a little bit. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of sheen. Ton of kickback. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it is what it is. I do like it. I'll use it again. It's a good like 2-in-1 thing. However, I do want to apply a separate highlight, and I have this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting palette, which they look like this. So you get 4 colors of highlighter. I'm just going to use the other side of this brush and just make sure there's not a lot of product on there, just in case. I think I'm going to go in with this top color up here, and I think it's called Sweet Peony. It's kind of like a golden pink. I have heard that these are really blinding, so let's see if they live up to the hype. And take a little more of that. Oh, okay. Hi. I have Android cheekbones now. Wow. That's intense. It's very pretty though. Wow, okay. I'm not usually one to highlight my nose with shimmer, but we're going to today. And I want to take a little bit of this onto the brow, because why not? So a little bit under the arch of the brow, and then I'm going to take some on the upper arch. You see that up there? And then I'm going to blend that a little. I still have that like Coty Airspun powder in my lungs. Have you ever heard of clown lung? If you haven't, clowns have to, wear a lot of makeup, and they have to powder it, otherwise it gets everywhere. It's like, like grease paint, so it's very oily. And from ingesting and breathing in so much powder, it would affect their lungs, similar to like how smoking can. Well, I think that I have developed clown lung now, because I literally can feel it and I can smell it coming from my lungs as I breathe. So not ideal, but whoa! I'm sorry, I just ADD moment. Like, that highlighter is really pretty. So this Wet n Wild highlighting palette, super affordable. Like, holy cow, very affordable. And that is kind of gorgeous. Now I want to take a little bit of this kind of more blue lavendery one. It's called Diamond Lily. And I want to try some of this in the inner corner here because I just wasn't getting quite enough from the other color that was in the ColourPop palette. I just want a little bit more in there. Oh yeah. That nice little like shift of color is really pretty too. Cool, I like that. Definitely gonna use this more because that was gorgeous. I did already fill in my brows a little bit before we started, but I will apply some more. I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Now this seems to be very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz that I really love. It's a nice and skinny pencil, and it seems to apply very similarly. And it is much cheaper. The Anastasia is like 20 something, and this is, I want to say it was about like 10 bucks maybe. So like I said, I already had this product in the brow, but I'm just applying a little bit more. Very nice. For my affordable brow gel today, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Great Lash in Clear. Now, this is a throwback for me because I used to use this years ago. When I was in high school, I used to use this because I am naturally blonde, obviously not this blonde here, but my facial hair and my lashes grow in very light, and so does like the hair on my arms and everything else. And I wanted it to look like I had lashes because otherwise I kind of just look like a blob. But I was too afraid to wear mascara because I didn't want anyone to know I was wearing makeup. So I used to use this clear one on my brows and on my lashes, and it definitely works decently well. It's a wet formula though, so when I use it on my lashes go like this, and it really weighs them down. So I don't recommend for the lashes, but for the brows it's nice, and it has a little bit of like a sheen to it, so very pretty. Now this look definitely requires a lash. I have two different pairs here from Andrew Carter Beauty, and I think, I have Princess in Waiting and I have Princess Royalty. I'll show you really quickly the difference between the two. Princess in Waiting, if I pull it out here, is a little bit softer, shorter on the inside, longer on the outside. Very cute. Maybe not quite as much as I would like though. Princess Royalty, on the other hand, has a little bit more. It's slightly longer. It's definitely longer on this inside portion. You get more volume. This is the one I want today. And this is also our top seller on the website too, so definitely a must-have. If you're unsure about which style to purchase, you cannot go wrong with Princess Royalty. It is gorgeous on. I'm just kind of placing them on here before the glue just to see if I need to trim at all. I have kind of like smaller eyes width-wise, so I am going to take a little bit of them off. I need to take a little bit off of the end of the lash here, so it would be on the outer portion here. That's going to be better. So I'm going to take off just one cluster, right like so. And then I know exactly how much I need to take off of the other side so that they are even. I give them just a little tiny bit of a wiggle. I'm going to hold them with the lash applicator like this, apply my glue, and they go right on. You want just a thin coat of glue on your lash band. You want to let it get tacky for just a few seconds before applying. I'm using a brush-on glue, so the brush-on one dries quicker than the squeeze tube ones. So just make sure that it gets tacky before you put it on. Otherwise, it's going to be sliding around. It might drip into your eye. It might kind of like even glue your eyes shut. So just give it a few seconds. We give it a little wave here. And now I'm just going to look down get this over my lashes and slide it right on. I just lay it right down in the middle of the eye first. Then I'm going to take my lash applicator and apply the inner corner down like so. That way it's not poking too far inside, and then I'm going to lay down the outer corner last. Right like that. Let it get tacky for a few seconds, and then we're going to pop the other one on. So easy. I ended up putting a little too much glue on here, so give it just another second. And then let's take a look in the mirror and pop it right on. So as you can see here, I added a little extra onto the end there. I felt like I wanted a little more flare. So I just took some of my Pixie Pleasure Lash and I just cut the ends off of it, just so I could get a little bit extra right there. And I think that's gonna do it. So let me pop on the other side here. Look in my mirror. No, I love that. It just adds a little bit extra onto the ends. I'm gonna take this Neutrogena, and this is their Healthy Lengths mascara. I've never used this before, so hopefully it's decent. We'll find out. Brush seems nice. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be too large. I prefer smaller brushes for mascara. And I went with a black brown because I prefer brown mascara. So it'll be just a little bit softer than black. Now we already have lashes on here, but I just want to coat my own lashes so that they're darker and blend into these. So I'm focusing the mascara more at the base of the lashes, right at the root, and just working up little by little. I like this. I think I'll use it again. I'm going to let that dry, and then I will apply some underneath, but while it's drying, let's apply our lip color. I have two different colors of liquid lip here from Maybelline, and these are their Super Stay Matte Ink. These are supposed to be really long wearing, so let's give them a try. I'm going to use the color number 10, and it's called Dreamer. I like the applicator. It's nice and pointed. So hopefully I'll be able to get a really nice, precise line here. Let's see. This is still all one application. I'm not dipped back into the tube. I really like the applicator. It seems to be giving a really precise line. It would not be necessary to do a lip liner with this. There is a tiny bit of patchiness on the center of the lip, so I'm going to take just a little bit more. Because the applicator is so pointed, I like how precise I can get the line. It's a little bit like stiff though. So getting to the like pillow or center of the lip, it's a little bit harder to get that full coverage because it's so stiff it almost wants to take the product off a little bit. So, but the color is beautiful. I like this. Let's see if it's going to dry down and stay really well. So I'll let that dry. Let's do some mascara on the lower lash line now. I want to apply my beauty mark because I always like to do that. Now, while we give this lip a little bit more time to fully dry, I'm going to apply some of this body lotion. Now, this is Pink Grapefruit Body Milk. I got this on the ColourPop website, and it's made by Fourth Ray Beauty. The little carton's really cute. Looks like this. Let's take the little seal off there. I can already tell that the texture is like interesting. It's almost like jelly. I don't know if you can see it like shaking around in there. And this was really affordable too. It seems to be absorbing well. It doesn't seem to be like sticky or too heavy. It smells really good. But yeah, this seems really nice. Good for a first try, great for Valentine's Day. You get that nice like pink grapefruit citrus scent. It's not overly sweet. So good, you know, why not? The lip still is not dry. I'm gonna lose it. Well, Maybelline, these Superstay lips take freaking forever to dry down, but I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna go in with this So Juicy ColourPop lip gloss. Now I have this in the color, I don't know what the color is, Plumping Gloss. It's just like a really light nude. Hopefully this does not lift up the Maybelline. Oh, this is a sticky gloss. However, the result is like patent leather. It's really pretty. Holy cow. This one I purchased on sale from ColourPop's website, and I think it was like $3 or $4. Like, great price point. Can't go wrong with that. It's actually very pretty. It's just sticky. Our very last step is to just finish off the makeup with a little bit of setting spray. Now this is actually the priming water from Smashbox, so you can use it before makeup or after. I just want to apply it afterwards so that I get rid of some of that powderiness because that Coty Airspun. Ooh, girl, she was serious. Well, here we go, guys. Here is the finished look. You know what, for mostly all drugstore product, it looks pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. Highlighter, love. That Wet n Wild, I'm definitely gonna use that again. ColourPop eyeshadow, it was pretty good. This Maybelline lip takes forever to dry, but the color is beautiful, and I like the really precise application. And I'm actually gonna give this gloss some props, this So Juicy from ColourPop. It is so glossy, it has that minty quality to it. I think that if I wore it on its own, I would get some nice plumping. I hope that you had a great day today. I have many more videos to come. The next video is probably gonna be a skincare video or another eyeshadow look. Let me know down below what you wanna see next. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye. Guys, this Coty Airspun, I mean, it works phenomenally, but the smell, oh my god, I've never smelled anything like this potent in my life. Do I want to use it again? It worked really well. I don't know, maybe. Do you like this? Have you guys used this before? Let me know down below. Is this something that you like? Can you suggest another like drugstore powder that I could use to set with? It looks great though.